Since I don't eat a lot of grain products, I decided that I was going to show you an alternative to using grains. So I'm going to show you how to make cauliflower rice and use that to make stuffed peppers. So it's pretty simple, and I think that anybody pretty much can do it. And it's kid friendly, my kids like it, so if you have grandchildren, they probably like it too. So all you really need for the cauliflower rice is the head of cauliflower and a box grater. And then you're going to want to use the larger end of your box grater, and then all you're doing is shredding it. So the end result should look like this. It should look like small grain rice. And then in a saute pan, you would just add the cauliflower. And cauliflower tends to have a lot of water already in it, so you might not need to add any water, but depending on how hot your pan is, you might need to add a quarter cup of water, and it would take about 5 to 8 minutes to completely cook. And the end result is a product that looks like this. It actually becomes a little more fluffy and looks like rice. Okay, does everybody see that? Yeah. Okay. So then when you're done with that, you can put that aside. And then at home, I usually make stuffed peppers with it. So you would get your stuffed peppers, and then you would chop the tops off, and then take the seeds out, add a little oil, salt, and pepper, and bake those in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're soft. And then they should be like this. You should be able to play with them a little bit, but not too mushy. So now you have your cauliflower rice, and that's set aside, and you have your peppers baked off and set aside. In a saute pan, you would just add the ground beef or turkey, whatever you choose to use, and brown that off. And as that's browning, you would want to add some red or white onion, and like you said, based on your digestion, you really can choose whatever you choose to use. And then I added a mixture of Italian seasoning, which is oregano, basil, and parsley, and some dried garlic. If you prefer fresh garlic, you can use that as well. And you can add that to your meat mixture with a little salt and pepper. If you don't want to use salt because you have sodium restrictions, you don't have to. So once the meat's cooked, this is what your end result should be. Just like the ground beef. I'm gonna add this here. And then you're gonna add your cooked cauliflower rice into the meat mixture.
Now, is that a whole head of cauliflower?
Yeah. A whole head of cauliflower will get you about maybe 1.5 to 2 cups. This might be a little more because I had to do a bulk amount. And then you would add your tomato sauce. If you like to make your own tomato sauce, you can use that, or you can use a low sodium, healthy tomato sauce that they have on the market. So when the mixture is all cooked and done, this is what it would look like. It would just look like kind of brown rice with like tomato sauce base. You can add more vegetables, and for the vegetarians that are here, you can use ground tofu or whatever you would choose if you wanted to use extra veg as an alternative to the beef. And then you would just take your peppers.
You wouldn't put any little bits of carrot in there.
You can put whatever you want. If that's what you like, you could put it in there. And then you add a little tomato sauce to the base of the pan, just so it has something to sit on. Will this freeze well, Jenny? You can, I've done it, but I do, if I freeze it, I freeze the cauliflower rice not cooked.
Okay.
And then you could even, if microwaving it is easy and you keep it in like a Ziploc bag, it'll just take a few minutes and you could cook it in the Ziploc bag in the microwave. So there you have the cauliflower rice stuffed pepper. If you want to top it with little cheese, and then bake it in an oven at 350 for like 15 to 20 minutes until it's warm, and that's it. There you go.